In Walewale, just like most parts of rural Ghana, many of the people do not have access to banking services as well as financial literacy. To add this to the problem is the issue of the rampant activities of armed criminals who take advantage of the financial inclusion gap to target most especially market women and small business owners. The introduction of mobile money services, however, provided the people with a secure way to safeguard their capital and investment from these criminal gangs, as they no longer carry huge amounts in cash on market trips. Now, with the ongoing controversy over whether or not to pass the electronic transaction levy, which foresees an additional 1.75% tax on mobile money payment, bank transfer, and other electronic transactions, residents of Walewale have been raising their concerns. Among them, a former Northern Regional Minister and a 2020 parliamentary candidate of the NDC for the Walewale constituency, Mr. Abdallah Abakar.
I would want to send a very important word to my elder brother, His Excellency the Vice President, that his constituency, the Walewale constituency, is one of the constituencies that is most hit by armed robbers. On the periodic market days, when market women travel all the way from the villages to Walewale or Walewale back to the villages for market, like Pargo market, the Bawumia market, the Janga market, the Do market, they are periodically and rampantly subjected to street armed robbery where they lose their capital. The only safe haven for this woman, my brother, the Vice President, is that they've always been able to elude the armed robbers by putting the money in their wallet, Momo wallet, and withdrawing them at the market centers, conducting their businesses, and whatever money they also gain at the market centers are put in the wallet. Even if the phone is seized, by the way, home by the armed robber, you are still able to retrieve that money. So if the policy is good for everybody in Ghana, I would want to remind my big brother, the Vice President, that that tax is not good for his people in the Walewale area, and then let him consider the plight of his people back home.
According to him, the attempts to impose such a levy abundantly exposes the desperation of an incompetent and a failing government.
Nobody will tell you that this government is desperate because they have mismanaged the economy, and their performance in managing the economy is so abysmal and appalling that they've decided to look everywhere for any money. So even at the moment, there is no longer discrimination as to what kind of money the government wants to mobilize. And for me, and my opinion on this matter is that, look, it is not a good tax. Government should reconsider and consider the plight of the already suffering Ghanaians.
This man, Hamidu Abakar, a fridge technician in Walewale, says the levy will adversely affect his business as well as put pressure on his little income.
The E-levy there, we don't want it today, we don't want it tomorrow. From A to Z, we are against it. The Vice President should come out and speak on the E-levy. We want him and we are begging him. He should come out and tell the majority that this should go in.
Mohammed Rabiu, a civil servant, thinks the levy is regressive and should not be passed.
E-levy is not the policy of Ghana problem. Are they telling us that when they pass E-levy next year, they will not look for more other taxes to add? If E-levy was the way forward, then why did they even increase percent to about 15%? All other taxes has been increased by 15%. So I think that it is only they are finding the cheapest and the easiest way. And they have been saying, we really even say, my own brother, our senior brother, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, the Vice President of the Bank of Ghana, he himself said that it is not good for us to tax Momo. So are we now saying that all that he has been telling us was transposing that?
This 50-year-old commercial tricycle driver is also kicking against the passage of the levy. Several other people interviewed here for this story have also expressed outright rejection of the levy and urged the government to end the needless trade-off with the minority in parliament by withdrawing the bill forthwith. Reporting for Joy News, Ilyasu Tanko, Walewale.